Hello and welcome to Miss Charlotte Astrology. My name is Charlotte. I'm a full-time working astrologer, and on this channel I analyze the astrological charts of public figures, and very often they are celebrities, and that 1000% will be the case today, because I'll be analyzing the astrological chart. I'll look at the synastry chart of Kim and Kanye later. I'll be looking at the astrological chart of Kim Kardashian, and I'll also be looking at her transits. So she's been in the news lately. Kanye West has been mouthing off on Twitter accusing the Kardashians, specifically Kris, of hurting the Kardashian children. I'll put it that way. So he said some really insane things. I don't know what to believe. He could be having a meltdown. He could be lying, but he could also be telling the truth. Geminis, like they are mad. They are the village idiot, but they're also a genius. Just depends on which day you catch them on. So I really don't know what to believe, but it doesn't look good for the Kardashians. They've had a bit of a downturn, a bit of a fall in the last couple of years because people can't afford eggs right now. Like, we don't want to watch the Kardashians. I've watched one episode and I was brain dead after. Like, it's just not something that interests me. I'm a documentary girl. My tastes are a little bit more wanky. Like, I love a documentary. I like intellectual things, okay? I'm snooty that way with the stuff that I consume online and in my media. I just have no interest in the Kardashians. I will cover them when I'm asked to and when they are going viral. So that's why we're here today. They are interesting in their own way. I don't maybe not individually as people, I don't think so, but in terms of the dynamics and the drama that they produce, yes, they are. So let's have a look at Kim Kardashian's chart. But before I do, just letting you know, I do 15-minute recorded readings, MP3s, recording of my voice, tearing up your chart. I can do them for synastries, transits, and full chart readings. And I also do 5-minute focus readings for certain areas of your chart or certain areas of your life you would like some astrological insight into. And then I also have a member section where I have educational content and other celebrity readings. So if you'd like to support me, purchasing a reading or becoming a member is the best way to do it. And if you can't do any of that because you don't have the money or you just don't want to, please like, subscribe, comment, help me with the algorithm. I'd be very grateful. Thank you so much. All right, so let's have a look at Kim Kardashian's chart. I'm going to go through her placements. I will do that. I've done her chart before in synastry. I did a synastry with her and Taylor Swift and her sister. I've looked at Kim a couple of times. This is the first time I've read her chart by itself. So if you want to have a look at the analysis, the synastries I've done before, go to my Kardashian playlist. They're there. Taylor Swift and Courtney. Go have a look at it. But today, I will look at a chart, but I really, really want to focus on the transits. So as you can see, there's a lot of stuff moving in Aries and Pisces at the moment, and she has very heavy Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. So there's not a lot happening up here. There's a lot happening down here. Her personal life right now is in shambles. It kind of always has been. But I foresee... Not that I'm a psychic and I'm not God, okay? But as someone who's going through the same transit myself, Saturn through the 4th house, or Saturn moving through the IC, is literally moving. Like, I'm wondering if she's going to be leaving Los Angeles at some point, or even if it's temporary. Like, the home foundation is changing. When Saturn moves to the bottom of the chart, the 4th house, the IC, like, you literally, it's the transit for moving house. I mean, it also, I know she's already divorced from him, but it could be a transit for divorce, or there's a shake-up in the domestic sphere with the family. She's being rocked right now. This Saturn going through the moon, I mean, oh my God. I've been through that. It's rough. It's very rough on you emotionally. It's very, very stressful. And there's also the North Node moving through here. So the North Node on her moon, and then the South Node moving through Virgo. She's about to lose a lot of money. If you've got Virgo placements, and letting you know that the South Node's ripping through you. You're about to lose a lot. Look at Blake Lively right now. Literally losing money, losing her reputation. Same things very similar things happening with Kim Kardashian right now, and the South Node just ripped through Libra as well. She has not been having fun for a couple of years. It's been quite rough on her. With the South Node moving through her Venus, I'm wondering if she's going to be selling something, or she's giving up something. She's letting go of material possessions, or she has to forfeit a lot of money. And this could be due to legal things, or it could just, I mean, I think that there might be some financial trouble with some of the businesses at the moment. And with the North Node moving through Pisces, where her moon is, she has to find a new place to raise her children, or a different system of raising her children. She needs to change the circumstances in terms of how she raises her family. That's what I'm seeing here. Also, it's not easy to have the two most feminine parts of you in opposite signs. And I say this as someone with a sun and moon opposition. It's no walk in the park. It is it's what I call, and of course I'm not a doctor, I'm just an astrologer, okay? Having personal planets that are opposed each other, Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, having any of those planets opposed each other is a bit schizophrenic, right? You're ping-ponging between these two extreme parts of yourself. So in terms of Kim Kardashian, with her Venus in Virgo in the same sign as her midheaven, what she desires, because Venus is desire, what she longs for, what she's attracted to, is prestige, fame, money, glamour, respect, a partner that can elevate her name and her brand, or because Venus is at the top of the chart. I think she wants to be in some kind of power couple, and she's a Libra, so that's even, and Libra is ruled by Venus. She longs to be in a power couple, and she had that until he became a liability. So yeah, Venus is not on the midheaven, but it is in the same sign as the midheaven. It just indicates she's famous for her beauty and her partnerships, and that's what she seeks. She look at how hard she's worked, or how much money she's spent in order to look the way she does. So yeah, she's very interested in aesthetics, her own aesthetics, and her image to the world that she projects, and she will get into relationships that are going to help her with that. However, this is at detriment to her emotional needs. When you have your Venus and Moon in opposition, what you're attracted to and what you desire is very different from what you need. And she's a Moon in Pisces. She wants to be wrapped in a blanket, and she wants to cry on someone's shoulder. It's a very sensitive placement. But the Moon is opposed by this Jupiter and this Venus. She's pulled into these two different directions. I think she really longs for intimacy and understanding, and she doesn't really get that. So yeah, it's really, really rough. And she needs to, if she wants to be domestically happy, if she wants to be very, emotionally regulate and be healthy in her relationships, she should be in a relationship with a guy that just wants to wrap her up in a blanket and kiss her tears, and make her sandwiches and pancakes in the morning, and it's cute, right? She needs that warmth and that understanding, and I feel like she's really into the esoteric stuff. I think she needs someone who's like that. However, a person that's going to give her that is not going to be good for her image and her brand. That's probably why she shouldn't be dating anyone publicly. But she can't help herself. Anyway. Venus Moon opposition, not easy, especially in those signs, because Virgo can be hella superficial. No offense to my Virgo Venuses. Love you. But yeah, you're highly strung and you're difficult. You make really good mothers, though, running around like headless chickens, though. I'll give you that. But yeah, it's not an easy Venus sign. Now, have a look at her Sun and Lilith and Pluto. She's got Juno here. She's got Saturn here. So she's got this cluster, this stellium in Libra, and it's in a public part of the chart. It's in the 10th house. It plays into the 11th if we look at whole sign. 11th house is the internet. Lilith is a hoe. Lilith is the dark demonic goddess of abortion and divorce, and that's in a conjunction with her sun. This is a bit of a mad woman. And I apologize if you are someone that was born with Lilith on your personal placements. My mother was an Aries sun and moon with Lilith. Difficult. You're difficult. And it's okay. It doesn't mean you're a bad person, okay? But you are difficult. And I always say, where Lilith is where you need to be free. Which is hard for a Libra, because Libras always want to be in relationships. They literally, like, imagine your sun. If you're not a Libra, listen up. Imagine that the most unique, like the sun, right? The ego, the self, lies in the sign of other people. That's why Libras are so annoying, and they always want validation. 7th houses and Libra placements, they always want and need validation. However, you got Lilith there. Being in a relationship publicly is probably not good for you. What she needs to do is probably date. I don't want to say she should date like a poor person, because she's so wealthy. She could easily be used if she did that. But she probably needs to be with someone who's just a private citizen, that isn't that like special to the rest of the world. Someone that can give her that cozy life. Someone that she can hide in the dark with. Because with this stellium and Libra in a public part of the chart, she's better off just being the main character and no one knowing what's going on behind the scenes, honestly. Because if she does get into a relationship, the optics of it don't look that great. She looks like a man-eater. And she might just be that. Look what happened to Kanye. And look at the basketball ex-husband. And who's that guy from SNL with all the tattoos, with the bags under his eyes? Yeah, that dude. She ate all of them. She's a man-eater. She's a vagina dentata. Check it out. Vagina dentata. Vagina with teeth. That's her image. Like, in terms of like who she is on the World Wide Web. Yeah. It's rough. Now, she has everyone's secrets with her Mercury and Scorpio. She's highly intelligent, and she doesn't need to talk too much. I have a very good friend of mine, Mercury and Scorpio. She literally knows my bank shit. Like, she knows everything. She will find the passwords to everything. I just tell her anyway because she helps me. I love that girl. But yeah, a Mercury in Scorpio, they don't have to talk too much. A Mercury in Scorpio in a conjunction with Uranus is a visionary. Someone with some really unique ideas. People think that she's crazy and they don't listen to her. That's fine. She's a really great manifester. Her Mercury Uranus conjunction sextiles her Venus. So when your Mercury and your Venus are aligned like this in a sextile or a trine, it just means that your beauty and your brains cooperate. It's not a situation where you're beautiful and you're an idiot and you don't know how to talk. That's more of a square. A sextile or a trine between Venus and Mercury is just a charming, lovely, visually stunning person, or someone who just knows how to present themselves in terms of how they dress, makeup, things like that, and also know how to communicate effectively. It's just a really nice combination. Now, this Mercury also trines that moon. So, again, another placement that is very charming. I think she knows how to display empathy to get what she wants. From what I've heard, she's a very lovely, charming person. Like, she's not rude. She's kind. She, like, in terms of, like, when she deals with people, she's very, very kind. I don't know how she is with the people that she works for, but I've heard nothing but nice things about her. Like, she just knows how to conduct herself. She doesn't like... Virgo midheavens can't be looking messy out here. They just can't, right? And Mercury actually governs her midheaven. So Yeah, it's just really, it's favorably placed. She shouldn't talk too much though, because do you remember when she said people just need to get up and work? No one wants to work these days. Shh, don't talk too much. I mean, that might be true to a certain extent, Kim, but coming from you, Miss Marie Antoinette of the 21st century, not a good idea. Keep that Mercury in that fucking 12th house, please. Please. All right. All right. So we have here a Sagittarius rising, which is, really, really funny because Sagittarius risings are so gorgeous. But I've read somewhere that Sagittarius rising, they're like a show pony, like a horse, because Sagittarius is like the horse, the centaur. And I was like, she does kind of have like a show pony, horsey kind of look, and I mean that in the most beautiful way possible, like her long hair, right. And then she's got this Mars, which I consider a conjunction with the ascendant, which is a very aggressive placement, outwardly very sexual. The sex is right up in front of your face. Neptune is in the first house, so you're going to be projecting your deepest fears and desires onto this woman. It kind of like what Marilyn, then she's nothing like Marilyn. But if you got Neptune in the first house and you're a woman, you're going to be people are going to be projecting their greatest fears and desires onto you like you are a mirror. And that's what Marilyn did with the Neptune in the first, and that is what Kim Kardashian is doing. And that's why she really aligns herself with Marilyn Monroe as well. I think she sees herself as like that once in a lifetime generational sex symbol goddess that is provocative and polarizing, and she really wants to align herself with Marilyn in that way. She's not really of that caliber. I'm sorry. Like, I'm a Marilyn girl, but I understand what she's doing, and I understand there is a lot of parallels and superficial similarities between both of them. And one of them is the Neptune in the first house, but they are very different people. But I can see what's going on here. Now, with the transits, Saturn's moving through Pisces for one more year. We've got until February next year, so we've got like 11 months. And then it's going to transition forever, or not forever, for semi-permanently into Aries. We're going to get Saturn in Aries for a couple of months in May, from May to like September, like 3 months-ish. We'll see what happens in terms of her family life, but I think there might be a move. She's going to move. Kanye might move. Something's there with moving with this. She might want to get her kids away from him. I'm wondering, like, something's happening here. There's going to be they're going to sell some homes and they're going to go away in terms of like their home, like their domestic sphere. Yeah. So watch out for that. And the South Node moving through Virgo, that's the loss of money. They're losing money. She's bleeding money. Also, if she's dating people, it's just not going to be that fun. Because if the South Node's moving through your personal placements, that's the point of release. And if you're dating when the South Node is on your Venus, I mean, you might just go through a few people. You very well could find the one, but it's gonna take a while. She's gonna have to go through a few people and go through some disappointments. Her nodal opposition is coming up next year because her North Node is in Leo. That's in the 9th house of travel and higher education. I mean, that could indicate her getting her law degree. Did she get it? Is she officially a lawyer? I don't know. I haven't heard much about it. But literally the North Node in Leo is stardom. The ruler of it is the sun in the 11th house. I'm wondering if she will start transitioning, because I think she's talked about it as well, that she can only look good for another 10 years or less than that now. So she's going to have to pivot into something that's intellectual, something philosophical, something that is outside of Hollywood, something that's more meaningful, and that could be her work as a lawyer or working with people that are have come across misfortune or injustices. I mean, if her sun plays out in the 11th house, she's kind of like an Aquarius that way. And with her North Node in Leo, which the sun rules, playing out in the 9th, that's an intellectual. So that's where she's pivoting. And I think she might do that on her nodal opposition. I think there's going to be something. She's already losing a lot of favor with the public. So she needs to do something to get back into favor. And I reckon that's going to happen around her nodal opposition. And she might finish her law degree if she hasn't finished it yet. But yeah, this looks rough. This looks really rough. Wishing her well. Kim, please save the world. There's a lot of good things that you could do. And I hope you do that. Be useful to us. And then maybe you won't turn out like Marie Antoinette. Because that's who she is. She is our generation's Marie Antoinette. She doesn't have... If she's going to keep being some superficial reality star, it's not going to pan out well for her. She's going to have to pivot. She can still be a star, but she's got to be for the people. You know? We'll see how this goes. Anyway. Much love to you guys. All done. If you'd like to support me, I've got my members. I've got my readings. All the links are below. I also offer courses. So that's another great way to support me. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.